So, hello my wonderful people over there on the other side of the freaking screen. Today I want to be doing you some abstract experimentational art over here, and we are using these photographs, and these photographs have been taken out of fashion clothes. You see a tie over here. This color is from my shirt and this color is from a jacket. And we have a couple of different pictures over here. This one is pretty funky, and we are gonna do a layered approach over here. This is a new type of experimental abstraction I have been doing. You can see the videos I have been uploading, for example, today, and some of these pictures are in themselves already pretty interesting, and I'm saving all the phases of the process, but with these, because they are so kind of simplistic, you know, I want to create more interest in the picture by layering these pictures on top of each other like this. And for example, this picture, I feel that I'm going to be using the lines in the tie kind of like this. And the name of the tie is actually Artist. It's a Paul Smith tie, and the name of the tie was the Artist tie, and I kind of thought that, yeah, that will make that will fucking help me to make art, you know, and it did. It has done already, and we are gonna use this picture, and we're gonna like blow it out of proportion and kind of like make those lines kind of interesting part of the composition, like maybe make it matching like that. Oh, I like that. That's interesting. That's interesting. There's something interesting in it. And now it froze. This. And I'm saving all the phases of the process, but at some point we are gonna combine all the different layers, and we are gonna just try to like make, well, with this kind of art making, it's the same thing as with abstract painting. You're just trying to make it work. There's no other, you know, methodology behind this stuff. You're just kind of trying to make it work with all of the experience that you have had with art making in the past. And I'm kind of digging this, but at the same time I feel that when you get those like recognizable, almost recognizable things like those lines, it kind of like takes something out of the picture that maybe I don't need that so much. Maybe this tie could be like put over here in the corner like that, and you could make those lines like point out at the picture like, oh, that's good, I like that one. So I feel that that's my picture, that I'm going to combine all the layers, all these 3 layers. I'm going to be combining them, and now my computer's kind of freezing. Yeah, the computer hardware is kind of sucky, but I'm gonna show you. I'm going to do this next. Okay, so here's the picture. All the layers, the 3 layers combined into one. It has some kind of a Medusa type of like feeling in it, and I like it. You know, the red, like the shadow over there, and you know, like that's pretty fucking trippy. You know, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I like this. I like this. It's a really interesting, you know, picture already. And these lines over here, they come out of the tie, you know. And you would never fucking guess how this one was made, you know. Like you would have no fucking clue how this was made if you didn't know. And that's how I want to make my art, you know. It's kind of a challenge in itself in painting, for example, that you want to hide those brush strokes, and every kind of like practice you do in the arts, it kind of I would say it kind of takes your art to some next level, or like it carries over to the next level that you're gonna do. I have 5 years of like experience. I drew a lot I drew a lot, you know, this like realistic type of stuff, and then I started to I painted a lot of abstract art. I did landscape painting. I have all my art, like I own all of my art. I sold a couple of abstract paintings. Then I started to get problems like pains in my fingers and hands. I had to completely reinvent myself because of that. I started doing more photography because of that. I discovered abstract photography. Then I got really into fashion. Then I combined fashion with the abstract photography, and then I went into the next level of doing like layered pictures like this, and that's where I'm at right now. And I hope that that's not the end of, you know, that we are gonna keep progressing further than that. But I feel that compositionally, you know, this picture right at this moment is no longer that good. There's something that I like fucked up, you know, there. We have to go back a little bit because, for example, here it's interesting. For example, here we get too much black in the shadow. The composition like breaks apart. So I like that one in terms of the composition. Then we're gonna play around with the color. This has this kind of peach watermelon type of color. I like that one. But you know, these are pretty close to like what paintings look like, but it's a completely new style. And what I've noticed out of these pictures that have been made out of these like high fashion clothes is that the fashion clothes, when they're really stylish, you know, the style kind of carries over to this art. And I'm actually in contact with the Paul Smith customer. So I have been in contact with the customer service of Paul Smith and getting this kind of deal because I wear this stuff, you know, in my videos, but on top of that, you know, I'm using it to like make this kind of stuff. We are just at the start of this collaborative thing, but I feel that it's going to something pretty great is gonna come out of it. I hope. I like this picture, but I like this one more. This one is great. This has a color scheme like, you know, de Kooning did some of these type of colors. Then you get too much exposure over here in the white. The yellow one is better. It brings to mind a butterfly actually. This one is the best, I feel. This one is pretty great, but this one matte. These blocks of color kind of match, so that's also a great picture. But I feel that this is kind of harmonious, and this is kind of blasting to the face or more. And yeah, we're gonna still continue on and keep trying stuff. With this, it's kind of you go and you layer color, and you change stuff, and at some point, you know, you might butcher up. You know, we have a wizard hat over here and hand. Look at that. It could be a hand. Like, that's pretty cool. Should we use this layer? Yeah, let's try it. Let's make it more dark. Would you guess that this is made, that this is a picture out of fucking clothes, you know? And because these clothes, you know, they use high quality fabrics and that kind of stuff, you know, cutting edge stuff, you could say, and it kind of it brings to the picture, the end picture, that kind of, you know, that painting type of feel, because it's a fabric, you know, even though it's a photograph, it has that kind of fabric-y type of like feel to it. And like I'm gonna make probably the thumbnail of this video kind of like this. Oh man. Oh man, it looks good. Sometimes a picture like this is good, but sometimes you need something that has this kind of has this kind of highlight, you know, that like pops, you know, like that. Sometimes that's better, but I don't know. I like this. I like this one, so I'm gonna save that. But compositionally, this picture is not so good at this point. So I'm going to keep changing it. Sometimes having less contrast in the blacks brings the picture together better, and sometimes cooling down or warming up the color brings the picture together better in compositional sense. You can kind of fix bad compositions with color. It doesn't always work, and usually it doesn't work. Usually you should just you know, focus that your composition is good in the like the start of the picture making. And then we are gonna try something really wild over here. We're gonna try something really wild over here. We're gonna try something really fucking wild. Okay. You know, you see how that brings forth, you know, those colors on the background. There's still some color in the background, even though we only have this one highlight. And you understand that this highlight is kind of like in the middle third, or you know, how would you say that? It kind of, yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna change the color again, and we're gonna make something really, okay, we're gonna use that. And then we're gonna use this filter over here. We're gonna use it a couple of times, and then we're gonna try this. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and now I'm going to maybe change the color up a bit again. Make more contrast in it. The best picture we already made, but I'm still going to be trying something. You have to be pretty patient with stuff like this. I used to paint abstract paintings for like hours and hours on end, you know, sometimes for almost 8 hours a day, you know. Some pictures take more time to finish and others are finished more quickly, you know. It's the stuff of this trade, you know. I like that in some senses, but at the same time it's kind of, it gets too simplistic and there's no longer any, you know, visual interest over here. But stuff like that makes it more, you know, it has that kind of cyberpunk feeling. This one could be used if we cropped it and did some fancy magic with it. Then it could be used, for example, in a cover art for this dark synth, you know, this music genre. Which one is better of this? I like this one, but at the same time this one pops more. You see, this is better. Okay, so I think that's the last version of the picture. Now I'm gonna show you the finished versions of the picture. And the problem over here right now with my camera is that I noticed that I get a bit of this artifacting that I believe would be like resolved if I had better camera gear. So I'm heading for, I'm gonna talk about that soon. Okay, so this is where we started, and then we layered on top of that the other picture, then the third picture, then we moved around the tie. We got a compositionally good picture. You look at this compared to this, the composition over here has too much weight on the right side, but over here we moved the tie picture to the left and the composition became balanced, you know. This is stuff you learn only through doing this stuff, you know. Nobody can teach you this. It's just that what's the basic idea behind a good composition is that the main attraction of the picture is kind of in this area, in this block, and we have the deepest shadow and the highest highlight, you know, in that kind of middle third type of field. Then when we change, this is compositionally pretty good. This one is too heavy on the left. This one is pretty balanced. This one is pretty balanced. This one is really balanced. And this one is like finished, you know. This one is like finished. As I said, this one is really good also. I like this. And then we have this. And then we went on to this. And then this. And then we flipped it around like that. And now I'm gonna shine the best big picture. Okay, so I deem that this is the best picture because we have this yellow color over here and it's compositionally really good. I like this picture. So we are gonna find a matching font over here. We're gonna find a matching font over here and we're gonna write our artist name. We're not gonna use our real name because that won't lead to anywhere in the internet world. So we are gonna find a matching font. When you share something like this that has a lot of work behind it, you know, I feel that I want to take the credit for myself, and yeah, it was a collaborative effort, but you know, still, it's kind of my art, you know, still. So I'm gonna sign it over here. I'm gonna find a matching font. It has to be some font that is pretty stylish, you know. I feel that the font should be kind of roundish, maybe like that. I think that's pretty good, you know. But maybe even more like I have to start like looking at these fonts in a different way, because if the art is really stylish and you slap some stupid font, you know, yeah, I like that one. We're gonna give it a border, and then we're gonna experiment with some colors. I think that I'm going to place the signature over here, or over here, or over here, but not here, because this block of color is so like heavy, you know, and I'm going to, yeah, the signature is going to be in this picture, in this corner. Or should it be here? No. Should it be here? No. It's gonna be here. And I have the versions that don't have the signature on them, so if this is ever gonna end up somewhere, you know, you can exhibit the thing without the signature and it's going to be good. Should the signature be dark? Should it have a border? No. I think that's pretty good. You can even, I could even write the truth. It's kind of a funny font actually, because it's so, you know, it's all at the same time kind of, it's at the same time kind of, you know, kind of mysterious, you know, you can't read it so clear. I'm going to use this pink over here, or this yellow. Oh, that's good, because it points like this. You know, you get this kind of, you know, those Freemasonic compasses, you know, like this. You get this like triangle pointage. That's great. We're gonna use that font. And I don't think I'm gonna do any shadows, you know, on the fonts, you know. No, we're just gonna put straight color over here and call it done, you know. That's stylish, you know. Whoa, like, ah, man, that's good freaking art piece, you know. Thanks for watching. Okay, so let's marvel at the final product for a while over here. So Uh, I like this. I don't really know about the signature. I don't really like signatures in my work, but if I share them on online, you know, I don't want anybody to, you know, submit to this some freaking competition and win the competition with my art, you know, that kind of stuff. I believe this is a winner, you know. But yeah, I like this. I really dig this, you know. I feel it's a really stylish, and if you would make a print out of this, you know, in like super high resolution and like get a, you know, colorful stylish home, you know, this would look great on the wall and that's kind of stuff. Thanks for watching.